Hey everyone, welcome back to NeraVibes. We're on to part 2 of the AI Agent Masterclass, Build Your First Digital Employee. In the last video, we covered the one thing you must do to avoid failure. Now that our foundation is set, it's time to build the fun stuff. Today's video is called Stop Building Dumb AI, How to Give Your Agent a Brain and Hands. What does that mean? Well, a dumb AI can maybe answer a question, but it can't do anything. It has no hands to work with. Here at NeraVibes, we're building a smart agent. I'm going to show you how to set up the core brain, the part that makes decisions, and then, critically, how to give it hands, the tools to actually execute tasks in the real world. This is the step that turns a toy into a tool. Let's dive in. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about what I call the dumb AI problem. Then, we'll get into the blueprint, the whole brain and hands concept. After that, we'll break down how to build the brain, then the hands, and finally, we'll wrap up with the very first technical steps you can take right now.
So let's start with the big one. What is the critical mistake that just trips up so many people when they start building AI agents? Well, it's this. They build something that sounds incredibly smart, but is, when you get right down to it, completely useless for a real business. And this right here, this is the whole ball game. A dumb AI is basically just a brain in a jar. It might know a lot, but it can't do anything with that knowledge. A smart agent, on the other hand, has both a brain and hands. It doesn't just talk, it thinks and then it acts. It can actually look up an order, find a tracking number, and solve a customer's problem right then and there.
So the solution isn't just to make the AI smarter, right? It's about a better design from the ground up. We need to be really intentional about building our agent with a blueprint that has two very distinct and essential parts: the brain and the hands. You've got to get this division clear in your head. The brain is its memory. That's all the static stuff, your company policies, product info. It's your single source of truth. But the hands, well, that's where the magic happens. The hands are its tools and APIs, and that's what gives it the power to actually do things. This is what turns a simple chatbot into a real-deal digital employee. Okay, let's start with the brain. To keep your AI from, hallucinating or just making up answers, its brain can't be some messy data dump from your website. No way. It has to be a super curated and really well-structured knowledge base. So for example, this Clemson t-shirt shop, the brain's knowledge is broken down into 3 super clear categories. You've got your FAQs, all those questions you get over and over again. Then you've got the brand story, which is what gives the agent its personality. And finally, you have general product info, the stuff that doesn't really change day to day. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the difference between a generic bot and a true brand ambassador. When a customer asks, hey, what's so special about your shirts? You don't want it to just spit out a link to your About Us page. You want this rich, detailed answer that becomes a core part of your agent's personality. Now, this is super important. Look at the structure here. Organizing all that knowledge into columns like topic, keywords, and the answer is absolutely crucial. It forces the AI to search for specific keywords, find the right topic, and then give the exact pre-approved answer you wrote. Honestly, this structure is your best defense against the AI making stuff up. All right, now for the most powerful part of all this, giving our agent hands. A brain in a jar can't do anything, right? The hands are what let your agent perform tasks and become a true employee for your business. And the hands are powered by something called APIs. Don't let the name scare you, just think of an API as a secure digital hotline. It's a way for your agent to, pick up the phone and ask another piece of software, say your Shopify store, for private, real-time information about an order or your inventory. Simple as that. Now, for our t-shirt store's customer service agent, we don't need to go crazy and build dozens of tools right away. We can design a really solid minimum viable product with just 4 critical hands. We'll need one for e-commerce, one for inventory, one for shipping, and then a secret weapon, an internal knowledge API. Let's see the most important hand in action. This one tool is designed to solve one of the biggest headaches in customer service. Those constant, "where is my order" emails, we've all been there. So, when a customer gives their order number, the agent doesn't just give some generic, unhelpful response. Nope. It uses its first hand, the Shopify API tool, to securely go into your store's back end and look up that specific order right now in real time. And boom, the result is a perfect, actionable answer with the real tracking number. Think about it. This one single hand can instantly resolve a huge chunk of your daily customer service emails, 24/7 with 0 human help. That's a game changer.
Okay, on to the second hand. This one is really cool because it moves beyond just support and gets into sales. It shows how the inventory API can turn a simple question into a direct sale. So when a customer asks about a specific size and style, the agent uses its inventory hand to make a live call to Shopify. It's not guessing based on old data. It is checking the exact up-to-the-second stock level for that specific product at that exact moment. And here's the result. It confirms they've got it in stock and gives a direct link to buy it. Come on, that's not just customer service. That is a powerful conversion tool that is actively driving revenue for your business. And we can even add more layers to this. Tool 1, our basic e-commerce API, might just say shipped, which is good, but not great. But by adding a third hand, a dedicated shipping API that connects directly to a carrier like FedEx, we can give a much more detailed, much better experience, telling the customer their order is literally out for delivery and will arrive today. But what happens when that inventory tool comes back and says 0 in stock? This is where most bots just give up. But our agent has a secret weapon, that advanced internal knowledge hand. Now this is next level. When the Shopify API says out of stock, the agent uses another hand to check a private Google Sheet that's tracking all of our inbound shipments. It finds the restock date and then offers to put the customer on a wait list. It just turned a dead end into a saved sale. Incredible. Okay, I know some of this can sound a bit technical, but you absolutely do not need to be a developer to get started with this. This next part is all about designing these hands and just gathering the parts you'll need to build them. Your first two moves are actually pretty straightforward. First, you're gonna go into your e-commerce admin panel, like Shopify or whatever you use, and you're gonna generate your API keys. Just think of them as secure passwords for your software. Then, using a free tool like Postman, you can run a really simple check to confirm the keys work and can get the data you need. All right, that's the end of part 2. Your agent is officially no longer dumb. It now has a brain to think and hands to act, which is a huge milestone. Thinking about your own business, what is the single most important hand your agent needs to go from being a toy to a truly useful tool? If you're excited about where this is going, hit that like button. It's a massive help for the NeraVibes channel. This is just video 2 of 5 in our masterclass. To follow along and finish building your digital employee with me, make sure you subscribe to NeraVibes and click that bell. I'll be working on part 3 next, and you can expect it to drop very soon. I'd love to hear from you. What's the first task you're gonna make your agent do with its new hands? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next NeraVibes video. Keep the vibe going.